Hi, my name is Michelle and I'm from New Zealand. I work as a web content editor for a retail company in New Zealand, and I have been volunteering for YMI for 2 years now. So my family have always subscribed to our daily bread, and I saw at the back advertisement calling for writers and contributors, so I thought I'll give it a go. Wrote into an email and got started with my first article and never actually stopped. I wrote for YMI. I was actually probably at the lowest point of my life. So I was a reporter and I worked for a daily newspaper. The work was stressful. I didn't feel like I wasn't enjoying it. So when I resigned, I did not want to write at all. I really, writing again was something that I did not want to do. I wanted to be an accountant. I was going to train to be an accountant. But then one day I was at church and they had a leadership weekend with a guest speaker. His name was the American pastor John Bevere, and he spoke about the parable of the talent. He talked about how God has given us all these talents, and if we use it, God will multiply it, and if we don't use it, God will take it away. And then there's Judgment Day when I'll stand in front of God and God will say, "What have you done with what I've given you?" And at that point, I just felt so convicted. It's hard to explain. It's sort of like that realization that I could not hide my talent because this is what God wants me to do. And it's also probably because of that deep conviction. That's why I've been writing for 2 years now, because you do have the belief that this is what God wants you to do, and that's why you keep doing it and not doing it just because I'm doing it for people, but it's just between me and God. It's like this obedience. That's why I'm writing. Christians are not perfect, that we struggle with everyday issues, but because we're not perfect, we are trying, we do strive for perfection in every way that we can, and that our issues are what everyday people face, so we don't have like special issues or we have a special magic portion to make things better. And I hope that in the way that I write, we're able to connect to people who sometimes feel like Christians might be a little bit standoffish or hard to approach. And also I hope by doing so, by just bearing myself, telling people about all my things, that in some way or other they'll just say, if she can do it, so can I. So with the question of why am I, it's a very pertinent thing to ask us, why are we doing what we do? But it's also, I believe it's also asking questions that extend beyond our everyday eat and do things. Otherwise, sometimes I feel like if you don't ask yourself the why, you lose the reason in life, and it just becomes very, as they say in their theme, repetitive. And also if you lose the vision, and we all know, I suppose if we lose the vision, then really what is there to life? The one thing that would probably bring me the greatest joy, I know it sounds very cliche, but it's just knowing people will be saved, hoping to, because I'm not very good at door-to-door ministry, knocking on them, asking them about Jesus, but I'm hoping writing on a platform like YMI and it being online and so accessible, I'm hoping in some way it will reach them and they'll know that there is Jesus out there for them. And and Christianity is not scary. It's actually it's not scary at all, and they should really give God a go because there's just so much more in store for them.